Walking through the gardens at this time of the year, you're suddenly surrounded by very strong scents, and you stop and you think, where is that scent coming from? And the answer is the wonderful scented rhododendrons, which come into their own end of April, beginning of May. And here we've got rhododendron formosum, which is a small growing plant, very suitable for smaller gardens. Lovely pink outsides to the flowers, opening white inside with a hint of yellow. And this is one of the great scented rhododendrons. There are others, as we'll see in a minute, but this is one you could grow in a pot, you can grow in your conservatory, or you can grow it outdoors in the woodland garden as is here. And you will be flabbergasted by the scent which you breathe in from this tiny little plant. So this is Rhododendron fragrantissimum, possibly the best known of all the scented or smelly rhododendrons. It's a scruffy, scraggly grower, but when the flowers come out, my goodness me, what a show for such a small plant. Fragrantissimum is a popular rhododendron in the nursery and something that is often grown in a pot or in the conservatory and maybe brought into the house to scent out the house. At the moment you can smell this plant from about 30 feet away. It's a still day and the scent is wafting on the airwaves, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And when you look closely at the flower, you can see the spotted pink effect on the back of the petals, and how the flowers basically totally cover the leaves. As you can see, there's plenty more to come out here, but what a show, what a plant. This is the third of our scented rhododendrons. This is a fragrantissimum hybrid called Ann Teese. It's much pinker than pure fragrantissimum, and from a distance it looks completely pink. But as you look at this extraordinary little bush here, you can hardly see a leaf. The flowers are enormous and completely cover the bush, and the scent, it's absolutely knockout. An extraordinary rhododendron, possibly a fairly brief flowering season, but if you don't stop and wow at this, you've never been to a garden. This is another fragrantissimum hybrid, a rhododendron called Tagg, which was originally bred in Scotland, and there's a clump of 5 or 6 plants here today, and they're absolutely perfect. The flowers don't have nearly as much pink in as fragrantissimum, and they've got more yellow in the throats of the trumpets. But again, what a show. You can hardly see a leaf. The scent is absolutely overwhelming, and what a display from a small rhododendron. Here's a different sort of scented rhododendron. This one's called Countess of Haddington. It grows much bigger than fragrantissimum, but it's absolutely plastered in flower again, as you can see. The flowers have been out for a day or two here, and this is a fairly short-lived rhododendron because it overflowers and overseeds. But you can forgive it almost anything when it produces a show of this magnitude. Anyone walking beside this on the path, it makes you stop, the scent makes you stop, and you think, wow, aren't scented rhododendrons absolutely wonderful? And so to finish our brief flip through scented rhododendrons, I thought we'd have a look at a yellow one. Hugely scented again. This is called Michael's Pride. Charlie Michael was head gardener here in the 1940s and 1950s, and this was his cross with Rhododendron bumanicum, which is a species, and that's where the yellow comes from in this particularly nice hybrid, which the nursery stocks and which Berncoos has got some wonderful clumps of as well. Normally we would have this on our stands at the Chelsea Flower Show, but this year it's out a good month early. Wonderful yellow, fading a little bit when it fully comes out. Again, you can hardly see a leaf when everything is fully out here. Absolutely knockout.